Hi gang, hope you're well. I'm just popping in very quickly to intro this video. So unless you've been trapped under something extremely heavy for the last couple of weeks, you will be very aware that the latest movie in the X-Men franchise is out, and that's Xmen Apocalypse. In celebration of this exciting new release, the YouTube space wanted to play host to a couple of exciting X-Men themed events. So on Monday they hosted a youth power and influence panel featuring 3 of the new stars of the movie, and that is Alexandra Shipp, Ty Sheridan and Ben Hardy. And on the Tuesday they invited some YouTubers down to speak to another star of the latest movie, and that is Sophie Turner, who many, if not most of you, will know as Sansa in Game of Thrones. X-Men Apocalypse kind of concentrates on the origins of the mutants. So the mutants you've come to love or hate perhaps in some of the other X-Men movies, you will see how they became that person. So we get to see their younger versions. So obviously you will remember Famke Janssen's portrayal of Jean Grey, and that is who Sophie Turner is playing in this film, just a younger, less mature version. She's still kind of finding her feet, finding who she wants to be in this movie. So when it came to being my slot with Sophie Turner, you obviously have to wait for the crew and the sound people to set up when you're doing these proper junkets. So we got little time to just get to know each other a bit before the interview. So we found ourselves, comparing hair length, talking about the difficulties of having long hair, the fact it gets stuck in your sweaty armpits, the fact it gets wrapped around your bag strap. And then I kind of confessed that I was a little bit worried about our interview because before me, I'd seen other YouTubers go in and they all had props and really wacky and fun things to do during their time with Sophie. And I just come equipped with me and my questions. And she told me that someone earlier in the day just ate a whole egg in front of her and looked at her while they ate the egg. And she was like, "Are you going to do that?" And that pretty much brings you up to date. And from here on in, I'll let the interview and our conversation do the talking, and I'll catch you at the end.
Are you going to do that?
Afraid not. My surname is Eggleton though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Eggleton. No, I like that name. It's a good name.
Yeah.
The Egg. Is that your nickname?
Can be.
Sophie
Right.
the Egg Eggleton.
These guys will give you a go, and then I'll start the
Yeah,
time.
we're ready. Off you go when you're ready.
So I've literally just seen the film, as you can see, because I've still got the ridge from the 3D glasses in my nose imprinted.
Amazing.
Now, I couldn't get over how much it felt like you're on a virtual reality kind of theme park ride. Did you get that when you watched it?
Oh, I see what you mean, like when, at the beginning, especially when you're like going through the pyramids and everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, it does kind of feel like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you find when you watch it, because you were there filming it, can you get engrossed in the magic of it, or do you think that's the day catering was bad, that's the day I had a headache, or?
I mean, normally I find it really difficult to watch something that I'm in and really get engrossed by it and taken in, like, as a fan, because you're just so anxious to, like, see yourself and you're so terrified. But this one, I didn't see so much of it, like any of the Four Horsemen stuff, because I just obviously wasn't on set then. And so I did kind of get wrapped up in it, watching it, which was really refreshing instead of just getting nervous about, what my performance was like. I didn't know, how half of the story was going to look, so it was really exciting.
So you had that same blown away effect that we all had.
Yeah, especially because, all of it is pretty much green screen. Like, you really have to use your imagination, and it's really cool to see all of the powers come to life, because just doing this is kind of awkward and you kind of feel like a fool, but when it's on the screen it looks cool.
Now, you had the premiere last night,
Yes.
and you had a very slinky dress on.
Did you like it?
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we were talking before we started rolling about, issues with hair, it gets stuck under sweaty armpits, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
When you're like in the car before you come out, to all the crowds, are you panicking? Are you flapping inside?
Yeah, you get so nervous, just because, like, I'm terrified that especially in the dress last night, like, it was really long, and I was terrified that I was going to trip, and there's so many things that could go wrong. And there was a zip at the back of my skirt that kept, like, going up and up and up and up and up, and I was like, I don't want any butt cheeks on camera. No. It's not going to be a good look. So yeah, you really, get really worried before that kind of thing.
And do you have a Google session straight afterwards to see what everyone's saying, or do you
No.
not allow that?
No way. I don't want to hear it. I just put on a dress that I think looks nice, and then I'm like, okay, just don't tell me what you thought of my dress.
As long as you felt good, that's the main thing.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Don't listen to what other people say. If you like what you're wearing, then you wear it.
Yeah. That was really not enthusiastic. Yeah. So I also want to talk about the pace of things at the moment, because I've been looking on social media, not in a stalkery way, but just seeing what you've been up to.
Okay.
And it's non-stop. Like when I'm busy, I get breakouts, I don't sleep, I come out with weird things. Like how does it affect you?
If I'm not working, that's when like I just kind of don't know what to do with myself, and I really hate it. So like working is the only way I function.
Right.
That's like my normality, and then having a break is almost stressful for me, because I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god, I don't have a job right now. Like,
The
and then that affects me more than working too hard.
Would you say you're a workaholic by nature then?
I guess so. My dad is a big workaholic, so but I'm also really lazy, so I don't know how that worked out. But yeah, I really do like working.
Now, you're part of huge franchises, and obviously that's quite overwhelming, probably for a 20-something or 20-year-old person. Do you ever get tempted to do like a low-budget, arty film instead, just so it's a bit more low-key?
Yeah, no, I love doing indie movies, like low-budget indie movies, because they're very, very intimate. And it's a short shoot, which is also really nice. But you really get to know like the 30 people in the crew, rather than, you know, on Xmen I was meeting people on the day that I wrapped, still meeting people that I haven't met before, you know. So there's a difference there, but you know, with something as big as Xmen, it's also just so exciting, because there's so much. When you come onto set, you've got these huge sets, and it's so amazing and elaborate, and it's very grand, which is part of the appeal, definitely.
Now, you seemed like genuinely thrilled to get this particular role, and when Famke emailed you, you cried, I think, didn't you?
I shed a tear or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has she seen the finished article now, and has she given you any feedback?
I don't know if she's seen it. She hasn't given me any feedback if she has. So maybe she hated it.
No, don't be silly.
Well, we'll see. We'll find out. But yeah, she was really sweet. I emailed her to just kind of be like, hey, are we good?
Yeah.
Like, do you have any advice? Are there any movies that you watched? And I just kind of, you know, I told her how much I loved her performance, and how this Jean was going to be a different one, but I wanted to bring a bit of her into it. And she was really sweet. She replied, and she was kind of like, Gina's yours now. And I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. But I would love to, because I saw in an interview, she said something about like how much she would love for her to come back and do kind of like a Days of Future Past thing, but have like the two Jeans side by side.
That'd be cool.
Like Dean from the past and Jean from the future. I thought that would be really cool.
Very
I'd love
cool.
to do that with her.
Make it happen, people.
Yeah, make it happen. Write me a movie of my own.
Oh, right. So in the movie, you can obviously know what people are thinking in their head. Do you think when you meet people in your life, you're good at judging character and knowing what they're thinking? Because obviously that's important now. You're famous, or whatever you want to call yourself. Do you think you've got that down?
I don't know if I have that down. No, I don't think I am. I'm really not very good at reading people. No, I take that back. I'm really good at reading people. I was thinking like gaydar for a second. I was going down that route, but no, I think I'm quite intuitive, and I think I can read people quite well. But it depends how well you know them. Some people are just shut off to the world.
The guard is up.
Yeah.
They're scary, those people.
Yeah, I don't make friends with those people.
Now, if you do get a day off at any point, apart from reading books about psychopaths and things like that, what else do you do?
You haven't done your research.
A little bit.
I basically spend my time going from university to university, which is, you know, all my friends are there. So if I get any time off, I'm just going to visit them, basically. And reading psychopath books.
Why not?
Why not? I love it.
What about Netflix documentaries like Making a Murder and stuff like that?
Well, I got disappointed because I thought it was going to be a different crazy person each week, and I wanted to learn about a whole ton of psychopaths, but it was just one, and half of it is like, is he crazy? I was like, no, I want to learn about the real crazies,
Books. It's all about the books then,
It's all about the books.
Now, I have to ask you about a rumour that's been circulating. All the fans on Twitter wanted me to ask you about Dark Phoenix. Do you know anything about that? Whether that is the next X-Men film? Whether you're...
I don't know anything about that. I mean, they kind of explored it a bit in the first 3 movies, and I mean, Jean at the end of this movie is kind of Phoenix-y. I think they could really go a lot of ways with this character. I think it would be fun to explore the kind of good Phoenix side of Jean. But, she does say in the movie there's a dark power inside of her and it's growing. So, there is potential for it to go into Dark Phoenix, I think.
We'll say that's an exclusive, shall we?
Exclusive! You heard it right here, but they also might not make another movie. So.
Well, don't say that bit. I might edit that bit out.
Well, don't edit that out. Don't get people's hopes up.
Oh, okay. Just one last question. If you could read the mind of any of your co-stars from any of the things you've been in, who would you pick? Who do you think would have the most interesting things going on in there?
Oh, that's a good question. I would love, Jack Gleason. He played Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
He's hyper intelligent, and I would love to be able to know what he was thinking and mind read him.
Is he one of those people that is easy to read, or do you think it would be hard to penetrate through them?
Well, he just has like 1,000 thoughts a minute, I think, and he's just very quick, and I would love to be inside that brain of his. He's a genius.
I don't know how we can make that happen.
We can't.
We can't. Oh, that's a depressing way to
Well, we're disappointing.
Well, I'm going to say goodbye on that note.
Oh, sorry.
Great film though, loved it.
Thank you.
And best of luck with everything.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Live from the Sophies.
I like that.
Yes.
Great.
Was
Well
nice.
done. Amazing.
Thank you.
All right.
So I hope you enjoyed my little chat with the beautiful Sophie Turner. If you haven't seen the movie yet, Xmen Apocalypse is in cinemas now, and I would thoroughly recommend you watch it. It's so fun and action-packed. And even though I don't usually go for 3D because I actually think a lot of movies it's just not necessary, but in this movie it really enhances the experience. As I said in the interview, it's very much like you're on a virtual reality ride. You find yourself moving and doing that and thinking things are actually coming into your face. That sounded wrong. So yeah, thoroughly recommend you going to see it. And I don't actually think it matters if you're not completely au fait with the story of the other X-Men movies. I think it's still an enjoyable watch. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon.